museum back to life.
You know, people sit out on the front porch hoping people will come by.
Go forth and do good. It's insane. I have the most understanding wife in the world.
I treat everybody the same thing.
Oh, that's the other thing I love about Marietta. It's like a melting pot.
You are listening to Marietta Stories. Each week, veteran podcaster Bill Nowicki brings you the heartwarming, interesting, and fun stories from the people that make the community of Marietta, Georgia, a place to call home. Here's your host, Bill Nowicki.
Hey, Bill Nowicki here. I'm really excited to do this episode about Floyd Martin's retirement party because it really illustrates what makes Marietta great. And I think there's not enough of these stories getting out there, and this is so cool. There's so many elements to it. Decorating mailboxes, all the people that showed up. There was food, had some great chicken wings, but everybody came out. Kids are running around, and it's all because of Floyd Martin, who's a really special guy. And I'll let you hear some of the folks that talked about him and what he did for the community. And pay attention because I think this is a great episode, and everybody should give it a listen. Sarah, come here. I got to talk to you. What am I doing?
Already? Well...
Already? We got to get the pre-interview. What are we doing here?
We are celebrating our beloved mailman, Floyd Martin. Floyd Martin.
Floyd Martin. Mr. Floyd, the kids call him.
Mr. Floyd to all who loves him, and he has been an integral part of this neighborhood for 35 years. And some of his people have known him for that long, have had him for that long.
All right, so this is all audio, so you have to describe what all you folks have done. So you decorated mailboxes, yes, which is very, very cool. Tell folks about that.
I had an informant, and I found out his route, and a team of ladies, after a little meeting on my porch, divided...
With some wine.
Of course, always. Actually, there was no wine that night.
Oh, that's good.
I know, a first for us.
That's a plus, perhaps.
So we divided his route kind of into zones, and we each took a zone, and we made a flyer, and we stuffed mailboxes. And so we invited every single person on his route.
Go ahead, you can speak. You want to say hi?
Hi, I'm her son.
All right, you Sarah? Yeah, that's okay. So what's your name?
Thomas Willington.
You don't have to go that close to the mic. So Thomas, what would you say about Mr. Floyd? Anything you would like to share?
He's a really nice guy.
What's nice about him? I'm a nice guy too, but what's special about Mr. Floyd?
I'm pretty sure he has never yelled in his whole entire life.
Oh, that's always nice. Just like your mom, right? Just like your mom who never yells, right? Wait a minute. I saw you roll your eye a little bit. When does she yell at you? What occurs to make her yell at you?
How about we fast forward a little?
All right. Well, that's good. See, maybe he can run for political office.
I like it.
So you send the flyers out, tell folks to decorate, and now here we are at a very special place in Marietta that's near and dear to your heart. Explain this park.
So we're meeting in what the neighborhood calls Taylor Park. Mr. and Mrs. Taylor bought a piece of property, and they maintain it for all the kids in the neighborhood. And there's all this unique art and a swing that the kids love, and a stage. Beautiful plants.
The T-Rex in there?
Yeah, T-Rex. There's a cow, a boot, a big chicken, all you can imagine. So great art, and he's so gracious to share it with our neighborhood. We really appreciate him. And he's kind of hosting the party tonight, too. So
I think one of the things that really makes Marietta special is these little kind of out-of-the-way places, neighborhoods. We talked about on the Maple Avenue episode, all that you guys try to do to create community. And it's amazing. How many people are here so far?
I don't know.
There's probably 50, 60 people.
I think there's going to be a lot more, too.
Really?
I'm expecting like maybe 200 folks.
You have enough to be able to launch a political campaign.
Oh, thanks, Tom Hanks. I just like to throw parties.
Hey, politics can be a party. It's a lot more fun than...
No.
You don't want to...
I'm a uniter, not a divider.
Oh, there you go. Well, we could use that in the world. So what's new on Maple Avenue these days?
Oh, well, mailbox decorations are new on Maple Avenue today. We have got just a great participation from lots of folks. There's all different themes and balloons and sidewalk chalk, and it's a really fun street today.
What facts do you know about Floyd Martin?
Well,
35 years.
I have a good one. So, in his younger days, Floyd was in the Atlanta version of Soul Train, and he was on footage of him dancing on this television show, and it's amazing.
Is it really?
Yes. It can be found. It's on the interweb. It can be located.
Floyd Martin dancing.
Disco King, yes.
I'll put the link.
We have a disco theme for our set list tonight, because we know back in his younger days he was into the disco.
Yeah, he's been doing this 35 years, is what I remember reading and seeing, and kids love him.
Yeah, and just a personal story. My daughter May, who's 11 now, when she was 5, she was 3 years old at preschool. They had career day, and she came home and told me that she wanted to dress up like Mr. Floyd for career day. And so we bought her a little postal outfit, and we wrote Mr. Floyd on a name tag. And when he came by that day, I took this great picture of them together. And that same year, he came to her birthday party.
But what makes it? Does he stop and talk to the kids, or what?
Oh yeah, he gives out suckers.
Oh, there you go.
He's like the Pied Piper. He gives bones to the dogs, suckers to the kids.
Okay.
He helps, he will bring in your newspaper for you if you're having some mobility issues. He's just loved by all.
And I bet you it took a lot longer to get through his route today than it does in typical.
It took forever. I mean, he's running really late today because everybody was stopping him. Getting pictures. He's like a celebrity. Look at all these people.
Yeah, there's probably, there's a boatload.
And I know there were several of us that changed our profile pictures on Facebook to pictures of us with Floyd. He's just a member of the family.
That's great. And I just love this story because it's just Marietta. It's Marietta through and through.
Through and through, absolutely.
My name is Becky Poole.
Becky Poole, where do you live? On the route, obviously.
On Cascade.
Okay.
I live in the house I grew up in.
Really? So Mr. Floyd, Floyd Martin's been doing this for 35 years, and you've known him that whole time?
I have, because my mom lived in the house I live in now, and she had MS, and Floyd would come and he would find her where she fell, and he would come in and help her up. And
no way.
Oh, yeah. And then my grandmother lived one house down, and he would walk her mail inside to her because she couldn't come out to get her mail.
This is like, what's that movie with Jimmy Stewart, It's a Wonderful Life?
Yeah. He is
where he's touched so many different people.
Floyd came to my house today and said he hadn't cried until he got to my house.
What do you think it was about your house, your mom?
I think my mom, but mainly I've had a rough 3 years, and Floyd would just, when I would go out to my car or to the mailbox, he would say, "What's wrong? I know something's wrong." He said, "Tell Floyd what's wrong." And I would talk to him, and there were many days that Floyd hug got me through my day.
So what are you going to do now?
I don't know.
I don't want to get shot.
I do have his number, so I will definitely be texting Floyd and seeing him. I can't go without seeing Floyd.
Well, that's very sweet, and thanks for sharing your story.
You're welcome.
Lisa Lyle, yeah, and you live on
Cleburne Avenue.
Yeah, I remember that part.
My parents have been there since 1960, and I've been there since 1990.
And Mr. Floyd's been in your life for a long time?
Yes, I went to high school with Mr. Floyd.
What was he like in high school?
Well, he was older than me, so I remember him from pep rallies. Him and a girl in my class, Travita Gresham, used to dance. And I think they went to
like Soul Train?
Yes, like Soul Train, Robot, and things like that.
So he was cool.
He was cool.
He's still cool,
He's still cool. And I think they actually won some contest and went to California or something. I don't know. Maybe that's a rumor, but...
Oh, yeah. Did you decorate your mailbox?
No, I work. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to call you out on it. So any stories about him, because it sounds like he's stops by people's houses, he knows the kids.
He did call me out. I was on my roof one day, and he was very concerned about me while I was on my roof. And I told him I had to throw limbs off. Somebody had to do it. So he just told me to be careful.
Oh, that's good. He's looking out for the whole neighborhood, and he's not here yet, but there's probably, what would you say, 150 people?
Probably. Yeah, it's a good crowd. Everybody loves Mr. Floyd.
Yeah, and I'm excited to meet him.
Hey, do you not know Mr. Floyd?
I do not. I don't live in this neighborhood.
Is he your mailman? No. Okay, I wasn't sure where it went to. That dog has a wet nose.
Yeah, there's dogs, kids, adults, food, drink. I haven't seen many drinks yet, but yeah.
This
is a big deal. Like, this is the place to be in Marietta, Georgia.
Yep, it is. This is the place to be tonight.
And it's 93 degrees.
Everybody's glistening.
Amanda Seals.
And there's probably 150 people here, wouldn't you say?
There is, and we were all just talking about how much Floyd has been a part of our lives.
Tell me about it.
I feel like I met him when I was in college, and I now have a 12-year-old, so if that tells you anything.
Well, he's been around on this block for 35 years. Are you Amanda's husband?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, was that a problem? I'm sorry. What's your name?
My name is Eric Nicholas.
Eric, are you part of this neighborhood?
I am part of this neighborhood for the last 28
years.
28 years, yes.
Is that a French accent?
Yes, east of Alabama, after a big lake.
Cool. So you're from French?
Yes. No, I'm French. The real French.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So do you know Mr. Floyd? You guys know Mr. Floyd?
Absolutely. When we moved in, Floyd was already delivering our mail. Floyd became more than just a mailman. He became our friend.
In what ways?
He brings the human part of the mail, which is bringing the community together. He's not dropping a package. He's bringing emotions. He cares. He knows the name of our kids. He knows the name of our dogs. Always smiling. Always stopping for a chat. It's really, really amazing. Yes, because he's taking the job to a different level, which is very important in the neighborhood.
Is it like that in France?
Well, you know the
Wait, your wife's saying no.
You know the mailman, but you don't have that relationship with the mailman, yes. I think it's pretty unusual. Yeah.
Any comment from you?
I think it's unusual for here, too. I mean, Floyd has just this ability to connect with people, and he goes above and beyond. And his service is exemplary, but as a human being, he's just exceptional. And, I think about it as over the years, we're not sure exactly when, right around when we moved in 91, he's become a friend, but it's really more now that he's a friend who used to be our postman.
Well, I mean, sometimes I see him and I just go over there to get a hug, and I forget the mail in the mailbox.
Well, that's great. And what was your names again?
My name is Eric Nicholas.
Eric, and your wife is?
Trish. But
Trish.
I say our last name the French way, Nicolas.
Where'd you guys meet? I'm real curious now.
In France, I was a ski instructor, and she was taking
skier.
Yep, skier. Yes.
Well, I was a terrible skier until he.
What did your parents tell you when you said you were going to marry a Frenchman? What'd you say?
Come home. She spent a week crying because her dad was calling every day. Come home. You're supposed to go to college.
I had finished college.
Yes. Yeah.
But it was funny because a lot of people visit France and come back with a little plastic Eiffel Tower. I came back with a fiance.
Well, that's great. You guys have been together a little while?
30 years. Well, 32 years we've been together. 30 years anniversary this year.
Did your parents ever come around? Your dad especially?
Sure.
I'll leave it at that. Well,
yes,
thanks so much. All right, I got Elizabeth Denny with me. Let's talk about Johnnie Walker Realty.
We got Best of Cobb for residential, we got Best of Cobb for commercial, and we got Best Realtor in Cobb. We swept it.
Who's the best realtor? Oh, Johnnie Walker.
Johnnie actually came in second, believe it or not.
Who was first?
Angie Pfeiffer. Yeah. Well-earned and well-deserved. One of the really great things when you're working with a local realty company like Johnnie Walker Realty is you do have the strength of the relationships and genuine knowledge of the area. So somebody who is, a good contractor in one area, believe it or not, might not work as well in another. And if you've got that history and you've got somebody who can pick up the phone and call somebody directly that they've known for 20 years, it really makes a difference when you're trying to get something done. It's a very competitive market right now, and relationships matter.
You can contact Johnnie and Carrie. They're at 262 Church Street. You go to JohnnieWalkerRealty.com or call them up at
678-626-0403.
This is Wes Hogarth's second try at a podcast. Now, let's try to keep it together this time, Wes.
You got it, Bill.
All right, you're going to answer only the questions and not go into intimate details about sports.
I can do that.
All right, tell me about Mr. Floyd. Mr. Floyd Martin.
We met Floyd in 2012 when we lived at 70 Maple Avenue. He's been absolutely fantastic. We got on a first name basis pretty quickly. My wife and I came out and spoke to him every single time we saw him.
What's different about him?
His personality. He's just very warm, very welcoming,
smile,
very inviting. His smile. He gets to know his neighbors, and he gets to know his neighbors' kids and their family story. And
I heard he brings out lollipops for the kids.
And dog treats, which is very unique for a lot of mailmen, I guess.
Well, he's probably trying to avoid getting bit.
You know, I haven't seen a dog bite Floyd, so that's probably a good sign.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, so you guys walked all the way from Maple Avenue.
That's right.
It's kind of hot. What would you say? Are you trying to grow a beard?
Yeah, I haven't shaved in a few days, so.
Your wife just turned and smirked.
I probably need to shave this.
Are you going to grow? Are you going to continue on that path, Wes?
No, I'm shaving tonight.
I was thinking of doing a goatee.
You look pretty good on you.
Well, I got to get it just for men, I think.
Well, actually, I think you should just do it anyway without
gray
the approval.
Gray would be okay.
Yeah.
If it was all gray.
Gray? No, man.
Well, I need just for men.
Yeah. Oh, just for men. Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, anything else you want to say about Mr. Floyd?
Floyd, best wishes to you in your new chapter, and you earned this. And Maple Avenue will forever miss you, and Stewart will miss you, and the community, the other routes that you were a part of, will miss you, and we love you.
You're a great spokesperson. I didn't realize you had that.
Thank you. Yeah, there's lots of things you may not know about Mr. West.
Well, I want to know about you. Yeah, Mr. West. Oh, so you're talking about yourself in the third person now? Is that?
No, that's only this one-time occasion.
Oh, okay. Let's talk to your wife. She's shaking her head. You're not digging the beard? In quotes, air quotes.
No comment.
All right. Well, that's good. So you guys know how to have a strong relationship. You don't want to dig a hole or allow someone else to dig a hole for you.
We're leaving on a road trip right after this party.
Really? So where are you guys heading in the car?
We're going to Longboat Key in Florida.
Really? You're driving?
Oh, yeah. Make that drive.
Can I go with you guys? I don't have anything happen.
Hey, if you fit in the trunk, you can come.
Now let's do the play-by-play, Wes. You're good at that. What would you say, looking around, what do you see that the people need to know about from Marietta Stories Podcast?
The vibe around here is pretty hopping tonight. We've got music. We've got a ton of food on the table here. We got lots of different desserts.
This be good for radio.
So we've got...
Emily's still rolling her eyes. I can see it underneath her sunglasses.
I think she's super embarrassed by me right now, but that's okay.
Keep going.
So the people...
Cool vibe.
Yeah, cool vibe, hip. Lots of people interacting with each other. They're probably reminiscing stories about Floyd. We've even got USPS postal workers here sharing their experiences with the neighbors of what they know about Floyd. We've got a ton of food. We've got
decorated mailboxes.
Decorated mailboxes.
Did you guys decorate your mailbox?
We decorated our mailbox, and then we made a poster that wrapped around our front porch that said, "We love Floyd."
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. This morning...
How much did Wes do on that project?
He helped a lot. But
hang it up? Or?
Yeah. No, we helped hang it up.
Yeah, you definitely don't want me to write on a sign. My handwriting is crap. So
yeah, mine is too.
I just helped with the hanging up part.
All right, cool. So you were explaining there's a bunch of kids that are playing football, and even though it's 93 degrees.
Hey, kids have to get their sports in sometime. But the music's good, and the people of this community want to see Floyd. They're waiting for the guest star right now.
What do you think's going to happen? You can feel the tension in the air, the excitement.
You can cut the tension with a knife. It's so thick.
What do you think is going to happen when he shows up?
It's going to be a huge roar and a cheer. People are going to start clapping and hooting and hollering.
Chaos.
I wouldn't go that far, but it's going to be a loud uproar.
Alan Parker from Maple Avenue is here. Celebrate Mr. Floyd Martin.
Yeah, Floyd's not here yet, and the reason is he's still at the office.
Is he? I heard it's taken him forever to get around.
Yeah. But
he's a lot of food.
He's such a great postman. He was one of the nicest guys I've ever known.
Really?
You
know a lot of people, too.
Well, I know a few people. But there's nobody around that he
You're holding up the food line. You got to keep moving.
Nobody in the neighborhood that doesn't just love the guy.
Yeah, I've heard that many times.
When you meet him, you're going to like him.
Cool.
You interview him.
I heard he's a good dancer too.
Really?
Yeah, he was on Soul Train for Atlanta.
No.
Yeah, he supposedly had an afro. It was pretty. I'm hearing all kinds of stuff.
I don't know if that's true or not.
We'll find out today.
We'll find out.
There must be, how many people here, Alan?
It looks like about 250, 300 people.
Yeah, there's a crap load of people.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to let you
talking
eat.
to you. You better get some food for you. It's all gone. It's
Yeah,
delicious.
I think that people aren't getting the food and they should be.
That's right.
It's going to run out.
That's right.
Here he comes. Mr. Floyd is showing up. Everybody's giving him a standing ovation. He's walking down the street. He's a celebrity. People are running back and forth. They're getting his picture. Here he comes, Mr. Floyd, getting hugs, even though it's 92 degrees. He's getting hugs from people. Everybody's going up to him and talking to him. He's famous. Braden. Oh, I'm sorry, I said Graydon. All right. My glasses are messed up. People are crying here. Why are people crying, Braden?
I don't know.
You're not a crier, are you?
No.
So do you know Mr. Floyd?
Yes.
What has he done for you?
I've been a mailman.
Do you have a chance to talk to him at all?
Yeah.
What kinds of things does he say to you?
He just says how he's happy to see us.
So he seems like he cares about everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now it's Heather's turn. Heather is Braden's mom, and I met her at the Progressive dinner. I didn't get her on the show, but tell me a little bit more about Mr. Floyd.
We love Floyd. He brings a smile to your day, more than just bringing the mail. When you hear his truck come up, if you're working from home or you're homesick, you still open the door and run out and say, "Hi, Floyd," and he's just always so happy. And I don't know how he does it in that hot mail truck.
Yeah, it's like 93. This last day, it's 93. I couldn't imagine. No air conditioning.
He had to go out with a heat wave.
Yeah, I remember Wes. Hey, Wes, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Great. Wes, I met at the Progressive dinner. He wasn't on the show, though. So you live off of Maple Avenue.
Actually, I live right off Polk.
Polk and
enough.
Cleburne.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so do you know Mr. Floyd?
Oh, absolutely.
Any stories?
Well, I know that not only do I love him, but my dogs love him.
Really? Why is that?
Because every time they're out in the yard, he gets out and brings them some treats, even when they're not allowed to have any.
You think that's a bite prevention technique?
Probably.
Probably.
But he has to give me bacon. That's how he, keeps me at bay.
You like bacon?
Oh, absolutely.
How often do you have bacon?
I would say at least 3 to 4 times a week per the doctor's recommendation.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You look pretty healthy.
Well, thank you. And then, but Floyd also integrates with you personally. We've had him over to parties. We've had friends take him to lunch. So he's not just a mailman. He's actually a friend and a staple of our community, and we're very lucky to have him.
So he's part of the community that holds everything together.
Of course.
What are you going to do now? Maybe it's your job, Wes.
Oh, I don't know.
Step in.
I don't think I could ever hold a candle to Floyd or deliver mail.
I hate to be the next mail person after Floyd.
I know it's tough shoes to fill, so it's going to be tough.
Maybe he set the standard for that job in that neighborhood.
He did. They're going to retire his jersey, I heard, so.
Do they do that? You're making stuff up. You probably don't eat that much bacon either, do you?
Oh, I do.
Do you really?
Oh,
yeah, all right. Amanda Seals. Hey, Amanda, let me get you. I didn't even talk to you very. Boy, what's special about Mr. Floyd for you?
For me is that my grandmother we found out today is his longest living patron. She's 87 years old. She'll be 88 in August. And she has been on his route since he started. And she absolutely adores him and is so sad to see him go, and as we all are.
Oh, that's so sad. I see people crying.
Well, yeah, it's emotional. I mean, public service is something that a lot of people won't do, especially for 35 years. And for 35 years in the same area, you get to know people. And it's more than him just dropping off mail but you actually get to know the person, and he gets to know you and knows your animals and knows what's going on. Your kids are growing up, and now he's serving your kids somewhere else on the route, that sort of thing. So it's a lot more than just a mail person.
Why do you think there's so many people here now, and with the food and everything else? Why do you think it's that important to everybody?
Because you toast family when you've got a celebration, and this is a celebration. He gets to go and enjoy the rest of his life. It's a new chapter, and everyone wants to, just say, look, we say you're special to us throughout the year. But here's an extra way of us showing you what an impact you've had on our lives.
People weren't saying anything crazy. They were saying he smiled, he talked to the kids, but it's those little touches.
Oh my gosh, it's knowing the children. It's having cat treats in his pocket for the cats that are in the driveway, or knowing a dog and being able to give it a little treat. It's that extra special touch that people don't do anymore, and it's almost like a thing of a generation that's going away. And hopefully it'll be a role model for some of I see a lot of postal workers here today, and I think that's a true testament as well. And I think we all learn from each other. So.
Oh, great. Thanks for that update. I'll see you soon about the Marietta Pilgrimage.
Yes, you will.
And finally, the man of the hour, Mr. Floyd Martin.
Hey, Mr. Floyd. Bill Nowicki, Marietta Stories Podcast. How you doing?
I'm good. I couldn't be any better.
How do you feel? What does this mean to you? You feel
crazy.
good? This is crazy.
I'm overwhelmed.
What was it like your last time around?
Very sad, very emotional. A lot of tears, a lot of welling up. A lot of love. I felt it. I saw it.
There must be 300 people here.
Yeah.
Did you think when you started 35 years ago your career would end up this way?
Actually, I never wanted to be a mailman. It kind of happened by chance. I took the test in '81. It took them 4 years to contact me. I had a job, so I wasn't going to come, but my mom told me to go to the interview. I did. They told me how much money I could make, and I was like, okay, when do you want me to start? They doubled my salary.
Really?
So I got in, didn't get it right away. I wanted to be good at it.
Now, why did you use the personal touch? Why were you so...
That's me. I just added me to my job. I went the extra mile for my customers.
What do you tell the next person to take your job? It's going to be tough shoes to fill.
Yeah, I tell them that I would pray for them.
Well, you do have great neighbors too, though.
Yeah, this is amazing. And I feel the love. It's just, I don't know. I don't even know what to say.
You're speechless.
I am. I really am. I feel the love, and I did it right. Yeah. I did my job right.
You sure did, and I know I speak for everybody in Marietta when I say congratulations on your retirement, and thank you for helping make this community special.
Thank you so much.
Yay! I'm so happy for Floyd Martin and his retirement, and I'm so glad I could bring his story as well as the story of the community that he touched over his 35 years of serving as a mailman. Thanks, everybody, for listening to Marietta Stories Podcast. This is Bill Nowicki, bringing the stories of Marietta's people like Floyd Martin to you every time I can. So if you have an idea for a story, you can contact me, Bill, at mariettastories.com.